Mitigasi bencana merupakan hal mendasar untuk selalu bersiap dalam kondisi darurat. Kalau tadi di Jepang mitigasi bencana terhadap gempa bumi, di Amerika Serikat juga tengah melakukan persiapan menghadapi situasi buruk akan bencana.
I lost my home, my furniture, my clothing, my job.
Here's the building, and this is the ground in the building. See how they're separated? So it can move separately.
Saudara, tidak ada pernah yang tahu kapan bencana datang, tapi sebenarnya bencana bisa diprediksi. Tapi pertanyaannya, apakah kita mau dan kita juga mampu bersiap untuk menghadapi bencana? Mulai hari ini, saudara, tiap akhir pekan kami akan menayangkan serial Potret Upaya untuk menghadapi bencana. Upaya untuk menghindari penyesalan akan kehidupan yang terenggut karena bencana.
Kali ini laporan khusus rekan kami Olivia Rosalia dan kameraman Bondan Wijaksono di Amerika Serikat mengenai pergulatan warga korban badai Katrina untuk kembali menjalani kehidupannya. Juga upaya mereka untuk terus waspada dan berlatih agar selamat dari ancaman badai yang masih ada sampai hari ini.
Because you see it on TV, but until you actually experience it yourself, until you've lost everything, I mean, I lost my home, my furniture, my clothing, my job.
Oh, they had trucks with food, they had this, they had all kinds of stuff. But there was nothing provided in Orleans Parish on I-10.
New Orleans, Amerika Serikat, Agustus 2005. Semua luluh lantak, kehidupan terenggut seketika. Lebih dari 1.000 orang meninggal. Badai Katrina menghancurkan semua yang ada. 9 tahun berlalu, New Orleans kini mungkin belum secantik dulu. Sebelum Katrina menerjang, namun perlahan tapi pasti, kehidupan kembali bergulir pada semangatnya. Awal Juni ketika kami tiba di New Orleans, musim badai baru berlangsung. Sebuah peringatan bahkan digelar, Hello Hurricane Season Kick-Off, alias Selamat Datang Musim Badai.
So awareness of the importance of preparing is something that we're always really striving to focus on. So not only do we hold community events like the one here today, but we also hold several outreach programs throughout the community, throughout the entire calendar year, not just during hurricane season.
Ya, bersiap menghadapi bencana bukan berarti baru bergerak ketika ancaman bencana sudah di depan mata. Evakutir.org, lembaga swadaya di New Orleans, didukung pemerintah setempat, rutin mengajak warga untuk mengetahui dan berlatih mengevakuasi diri ketika badai menerjang.
We've learned so much in the last few years, and preparing for disasters, it's a continual training and continual learning experience. So we're doing things, talking to young kids, getting families ready, getting seniors ready.
Seperti korban bencana di Indonesia, enggan meninggalkan sapi, kambing ketika bencana datang. Seperti itu pula lah keengganan warga New Orleans meninggalkan anjingnya ketika badai Katrina terjadi. Kini rencana evakuasi hewan peliharaan pun jadi salah satu fokus pelatihan menghadapi bencana.
What we do now, in conjunction with the fire department as well as Homeland Security, is that as the family is being registered, we'll also inform that family that they can bring their pet. If the pet is crated, then that crate will be banded, and it'll be put on that registration ticket. And so the registration ticket is really symbolic.
FEMA was assistant to us, but at the same time, each time you called FEMA, you had to tell your story to someone all over again. So it was like playing itself out over and over and over again each time you called FEMA to discuss what your situation was.
Rico Reed, pegawai hotel yang kami temui di New Orleans, menuturkan betapa putus asanya ia untuk mencari tahu bagaimana mencari keluarganya di tengah bencana Katrina yang menghantam kota. Tak bisa dimungkiri, sorotan tertuju pada kekacauan evakuasi dan simpang siur informasi ketika Katrina menghempaskan kehidupan warga dalam sekejap mata.
There was a lot of work done at FEMA to try to evaluate those things that did not go well during Hurricane Katrina, and plans were developed. Certain equipment was purchased to help in response. Contracts for transportation, coordination with the military, all these things took place. And a lot of people don't realize, but there was a very large-scale evacuation for Hurricane Gustav, which occurred about 3 years after Katrina. And that was a very, very good evacuation. And people don't hear a lot about the evacuation for Hurricane Gustav because it did go well. People don't realize what a massive operation it was.
What we learned from Katrina is coordination. All of us are in this together. So our plan is not the City of New Orleans plan, it's a regional plan. So we have local agencies, our surrounding parishes, state, the federal government, all of them, our plans are intertwined, linked together.
Superdome jadi saksi bisu kota New Orleans akan puluhan ribu warga yang pernah terpaksa mengungsi dalam kondisi seadanya saat Katrina menghantam. Dari puluhan ribu warga yang harus mengungsi saat itu adalah Kay Clemens. Perempuan ini kami temui dalam sebuah pelatihan evakuasi.
I do not want to see what I saw ever again during Hurricane Katrina. I don't ever want to see that again. Ever, ever, ever. And that's why I'm here today.
Tantangan tersendiri untuk meyakinkan semua warga cara terbaik selamat dari bencana justru bersiap jauh-jauh hari, bahkan ketika bencana belum menunjukkan wajahnya.
But what we do see is that most successful interventions or programs like this are really all brought about because of the commitment on the community's behalf. They take ownership of a plan or a policy, and then they're really the voice, right? Because I'm going to trust somebody. If you live in my neighborhood, I'm going to trust you a lot more than some stranger or foreigner coming in and telling me how to do what I need to do.
Badai, musuh sekaligus sahabat bagi New Orleans yang dekat dengan Teluk Meksiko. Hujan bisa turun hanya 5 menit setelah matahari bersinar cerah bahkan. Kesiapan warga untuk mengevakuasi diri kapanpun badai tiba satu hal, tapi yang juga disadari untuk diperkuat koordinasi dan komunikasi yang satu antara semua badan dan pihak penanggulangan bencana.
If the people have been informed about what the risks are, if you talk to them about what are the things they need to do, there tends to be less panic in those situations. Good communication before an event is very critical. Good communication during the event, having the leaders get on the media, whether it's television or the internet or other methods of communication, and continuing to communicate to those citizens makes a lot of difference. It's very important at that local level as well. Well, if you've got the mayors and the parish presidents, those local officials, and the citizens see that someone's in charge, they know what they're doing, they're being taken care of, you have less of a opportunity for people to overreact to a situation.
9 tahun, 2 badai menerjang New Orleans, kota cantik di Tenggara Amerika. Namun tentu semangat dan nafas kehidupan tak boleh berhenti. New Orleans kini kembali bangkit setelah kota ini diluluh lantakan oleh bencana, oleh badai yang menerjang. Namun ada satu pelajaran berharga yang sudah diambil oleh pemerintah ataupun masyarakat Amerika Serikat. Koordinasi yang baik antara semua pihak yang terkait dengan meninggalkan ego sektoral juga terus melatih masyarakat untuk bisa mempersiapkan diri kapanpun bencana itu datang. Olivia Rosalia, Bondan Wicaksono, New Orleans, Amerika Serikat.
Ya, itu tadi kisah yang terekam oleh Olivia Rosalia dengan Bondan Wicaksono saat berkunjung ke Amerika Serikat. Bagaimana penanganan dari badai Katrina yang berlalu 9 tahun lalu.
Ya, tetaplah bersama kami saudara di